What's going on, guys? It's the Bitter One back here with another beer review. And we're just going to slide it out already. St. Bernardus ABT 12, Abbott 12, whatever you want to call it. I just so happened to find this at my local craft beer store. Didn't know nothing about it. I'm just a big fan of St. Bernardus. Saw this in the singles. Plop it in there. Easy decision being a St. Bernardus fan that I am. I couldn't resist. I wanted to read up on it and find out a little more about it. Turns out this is supposed to be a world-class beer. It's a quadruple Belgium. I've never had a quadruple Belgium. I've had a Belgium double, and I've had a triple Belgium, if I can remember way back there. It's a very good style of beer. It tends to be kind of hit or miss with me. I feel like the Belgium category can range in flavors and aromas and even colors on the SRM palette. But this is supposed to be the cream of the crop. This is supposed to be what Utopias is to Sam Adams. Abbott 12, ABT 12 is supposed to be that for St. Bernardus. I mean, it has a 100 on Rate Beer, and I want to say somewhere between a 95 and a 99 on Beer Advocate. And those are two very like hipster websites. I don't really pay attention to Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know I don't reference them. But I did think it was interesting that this beer rated so high, so I'm pleasant surprised that I got this beer. And if I like it, I will be buying a 4-pack. So let's get right into it. I don't have a lot to say other than, again, it's the cream of the crop of St. Bernardus, and this is still the original recipe from 1946. This thing is frothy, nice head retention. I can't even pour the whole bottle. Oh, I'm giddy like a little kid at Christmas right now. So we've got a tan, yeah, I'd say a very light brown tan head. Nice retention. It doesn't look too thick and frothy though. Let's see if we can't get the rest of it out. Goodness, this thing just comes to life. I love it. Love it. Let's put it up to the light. Now against the light, it is a little more, it does have a lot more clarity than what you see here. It is a little more dark red, maroon when you put it up to the light. But when I look at it, just with my normal eyes, not putting it up against the light, it's very opaque. Can't see through it. There's sediment dancing around in it when I put it up to the light. As you see, the head retention is still there. One thing I noticed is, or one thing I learned is that legs can help you kind of eyeball ABV in a beer. Now, I'm not good at that, and I don't want to sit here and spitball, so I'll just tell you, I said somewhere on this bottle that it's 10% alcohol, and I believe it just by looking at the head retention. So let's get into the aroma. Very fruity, estery character. Let's say dark fruits like plums, prunes maybe, darker berries. It's hard to smell past that estery character. Let's try to swirl it around. It's supposed to be a really complex beer, so I wanted to try and get everything I can out of it. I'm not getting any hop presence. I'm getting the malt. It's back there behind the esters. I really have to look for it. Judging by the color and the smell, I would say they're using some dark malt for sure. Yeah, I can, if I really smell, I can get like a roasty, toasty, like almost, to me it smells toffee, but it could be more in the nut range. See if we can't swirl it one more time. Yeah, so I'm just really getting just a lot of estery, berry, dark fruit, dried fruits, or whatever you call them. And then some of that malt character in there, that nutty, roasty, toasty smell. And then I don't get much else after that. I don't get any hops or anything. Let's get into the moments we've all been waiting for. Holy moly, I love this beer. The carbonation is very delicate, almost champagne-like. It's very subtle prickliness. It's got a very creamy mouthfeel. I wouldn't say it's terribly thick. It's more like it wouldn't be like a heavy cream. It would be something like milk. It would be the consistency, I would say. So that is creamy per se. I'm just medium viscosity. It's got a lot of chocolatey flavor in there. Yeah, so, man, this is fantastic. So, you've got the fruity, estery flavor, and then behind that is like this chocolatey, malty, I can't stop smiling, this is such a good beer. It's almost like I'm drinking chocolate fruit, is basically what I'm tasting here. Yeah, I get this, like, even the finish is just beautiful. Like, it feels so good to have a beer so hyped in your head, and then it actually, like, I did not think it was going to taste like this. I thought I overhyped it like I always do with beers that I overhype. You know, I hype really high in my head, but this is just magnificent. I'm going to be buying everything my craft beer store has of this beer. And I'm going to be enjoying this on special occasions. This beer is beautiful, world class, all the way. Gosh, again, chocolate, fruit. Who doesn't want to drink that? There's like no hop character to this, which German brewers don't like to bitter a lot. They usually use hops for aroma. I'm not sure what St. Bernardus particularly does. I haven't read much on the process St. Bernardus uses. But yeah, it's a very, very sweet beer, but it's not overly sweet. It's all delicate, and it plays this nice symphony of fruit and chocolate and chocolate and sweetness, malt sweetness, and man, this is why I drink beer right here. Honestly, to taste stuff like this, world-class beer, perfect rating. There's only one other beer in the world I've ever had that I've given a 5 up to this point in my life. I'm 30. I've been drinking beer roughly 11 years now. Don't do the math on that. But man, I don't want to chug this. I want to enjoy it and sip it. I'm not gonna eat anything to destroy my palate. I'm going to drink this beer until it's done. I'm not doing anything else until this beer is done. This is beautiful. 5 out of 5, 100. World-class beer, worth the hype. If you're the biggest hipster in the world, I don't care. You got to try this. I think rookies could handle this beer. It's not heavy. The prickliness, the carbonation is champagne-like again. It doesn't kill your tongue. It's not wild. There's not a lot of bold flavors here, but it's definitely there. Worth every penny you're going to spend on it. It's not a cheap beer. So if you're a cheap beer guy, or you're like I'll pay $8 for a 6-pack kind of guy, craft beer guy, this ain't for you. But for special occasions, worth every penny. I can't stress this beer enough. This is a beer everybody needs to drink before they die. Until next time, guys, cheers.